Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on the new bike build. Not only is it fast, it has ABS brakes that tried to kill me. It locked up the front wheels and just started skirting across the road. But don't worry, I slightly know how to ride and I didn't die. And if this is one of your first time ever watching my video, I don't really usually film in here because I'm in Pennsylvania at my mother-in-law's house. I brought my bike up and the bike that we just built. But anyways, if you guys want to see these two builds, I'll link the playlist down in the description below. But anyways, we're not here for those. We're here for this guy right here, this 2006 K1200S. But yeah, I would say mint condition. Obviously, I'm joking. We snapped off some bolts here. She's a leaky boy, oily, just squirting out everywhere. I rode this thing 2 hours up here. Yeah, it was an absolute death trap, and I will tell you guys why. The braking system, the ABS braking system, there's a whole big old module down here, and I have no idea really what the problem is with the module, but I am just bypassing it completely. When you hit your front brake, it also hits your back brake for you. I'm not a fan of it. It feels really weird. So the brakes were working just fine. No ABS lights were on there at all for about 5 minutes of my trip, and then I had the flashing warning light of the ABS not working. And I was like, oh, I don't care. But both of these bikes, when I got these, both had the same things. They're both flashing ABS lights and whatnot. So apparently this one's a little bit more, I'm gonna kill you. So I was just basically going onto the highway, onto the ramp. I was merging up there and I was like, my front end feels a little bit weird. It's like kind of dragging, and then as it was dragging I was like, maybe I should slow down and pull over. Something seems a little bit off with the front wheel. It feels like the brakes are almost grabbing, and then as soon as I decide that I'm going to pull over, I'm going about 60 miles an hour and the front wheels just lock, like the front wheel is sliding, skidding across the road. I thought I was going to do some bar slapping to death right on my face. My wife was behind me and she's like, what the heck just happened? She flew by me and she was just like, I thought you were dead. And I was like, yeah, me too. She's like, there's smoke skirting underneath me and everything. Bad time. But anyways, shook the bike around, turned it off and on. And yeah, it only happened 3 more times on the way home for the 2-hour drive. And don't really know what the problem is, but it didn't happen. You can kind of tell that it's starting to bite, so I just let go with all the brakes and just let it stop on its own with no throttle or anything, just like shoop, and it stopped really freaking fast. And I told my wife to keep a good distance from me so she didn't kill me, and make sure she's always behind me at all times, because I know other people don't pay attention to street bikes and they kill everyone. But anyways, yeah, I really need to take this thing apart and try to delete the ABS, and I think that's going to be part of our first video that we got with this, and see if we can take her for a drive today. And I just really want to take out the ABS situation, and yeah, hopefully she works. Already dripping oil. God dang it. Alright, those are the only 2 bolts holding this whole thing on. I don't think this has any of this on there. Alright, being that we're going to be working with the ABS unit, and that's electrical and everything, and it's also a BMW, probably a good idea from forward on, we disconnect this negative terminal on the battery so we don't mess anything up. No, that wasn't on there tight at all. Alright, gas tank is kind of free now. Alrighty, so this guy right here is our little ABS pump unit, module, computer, whatever. We gotta figure out how we're gonna rip that thing out.
Oh, are you videotaping? Hi guys. I'm just kidding. Don't put that in there. Alright, ready? Whoosh. Hi guys, this is today's video. I'm gonna be unplugging this gas tank right now. Whoosh. It's almost done.
I really don't know how to take all this off. I disconnected the controller on here, but all this pump stuff, it's just like so many lines going to it, so I'm just going to disconnect everything, all the lines coming off. So that's why I got all this paper towel shoved in here so it doesn't leak everywhere. Frick, this was the biggest pain in the balls to get out. I don't even know how you get it off still. Okay, now I'm leaking. Alright. I got this whole unit outside here because it was leaking everywhere. You know, it's full of brake fluid. Anyways, I think you have to take off this controller right here. This controls like your brake light, I guess, or speedometer. I don't know. But make sure you have this guy still plugged in. But to take this off, you need security bits. And my cousin actually is coming over to pick up his bike. So I think he has some security bits in his truck. I forgot to bring mine. We both do the same kinda-ish work. So we should have those. And then you can take off this whole entire controller off of here. I have no idea how you were supposed to get this off with keeping it on there. Like, look at these suckers. Why you got screws on the bottom of your pants? Yeah, that was a big pain in the balls. And also the clips that are up here. Full stupidness, okay? You gotta stick your screwdriver and pull it up. But if you pull it up, then it hits the top of the freaking thing for the oil pan thing. And I just chopped them suckers off, alright? Anyways, shampoo, she's on. She's off. So now that I got all this ripped out, I'm gonna have to take all the hard lines out of here and make it work. For the back brake, I already traced it out. It's gonna work out pretty awesome. So down here is our brake line and it goes up and underneath. Then on the other side of the bike here, it comes my kneecap. On the other side of the bike here, it comes up and goes right hither. So that's sick. I can take that off and take off the brake line that goes to the ABS unit and go swoop and put it right back in there. And then our rear brake line is directly to the reservoir. Yeah, delete all ABS situation. Front brakes, a little harder. Comes out of the front brake, comes down, goes back to the ABS, and it'll come back out right to here. But sadly, this brake line is not going to be long enough to go all the way up to a reservoir. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this if you have to do this on your own K1200. So trying to give you guys a good angle here, but the brake line that comes off the reservoir comes down here, comes into a line that is right here that you can hardly see. Boom, right there, that guy right there. Comes into there, goes through here, and then goes back out over on the other side, and then bolts up right here, and then it does the line with the T-tap and jumps across. So what I did was take the little bung that connects the line going this way to out here and just made it connect. So the line comes from here, goes to here, and the line that comes from here goes to here as well. So I didn't have to buy anything to make this work. All I needed was a brake fluids, which I bled the brakes, and now you guys see that we got a functioning brake. So now that the front is basically done, I'm probably gonna zip tie that little bung I have going on right there. But since the front is done, then we can go bleed the rears and test that out. Already got the rear brake all working fine here. So let's throw everything back together, and I'm just gonna shove these little lines that are sticking out here down the bottom, and I need to find a security bit to take off the computer off of the pump. Also, I just want to say I'm only shoving these things in here because I'm going to take this bike home and basically redo everything on it. You know, kind of like how I did this, but not to this crazy of an extent. Or maybe I will. Maybe I'll go further. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I'm just shoving these brake lines in there. Okay guys, so I figured before I put everything back, I'm going to change out the clutch cover casing. It fell on here and ripped up some bolts here. But yeah, I decided to do this before I put everything back together because I just want to take this thing out and not have to stop too often because all the oil's dripping out and I don't want to like have oil dripping on the exhaust too much and smoking, and yeah, it's just embarrassing. I mean, this whole bike is embarrassing because it's not the best looking and it's also ripped up. Anyways, one thing I looked up on forums and whatnot, I found out that it doesn't have transmission oil. The engine oil does the transmission as well, because I was looking at a drain bolt for it and stuff and trying to figure out how that works. But I guess the engine and transmission oil is the same. So what we're going to do is drain the engine oil, and the drain bolt is in between the headers. So let's empty that all out and then we can take off this cover. And also, if you guys notice, this thing is a little bit higher because I have this little bucket and it couldn't fit in there. So I got these little piece of wood jacking up the bike and also keeping it pretty central because this bike also doesn't have a center stand. So I just have to be a little bit extra careful and make sure this thing doesn't like slip off and kill me. Not too much metal, but still got some on there. All right, we got our new crush washer. Put that sucker on there too. Then we can put her back on. Now we have to empty out our little sump tank, take off the hose up top of here and drain it into our bucket down here. Alrighty, listen guys, you don't need the RTB all the living crap out of this. They actually do make gaskets, just in case anyone needed to know. Alrighty guys, this is our brand new clutch cover. Well, new to me. It has like hardly any scuffing on it. Really cheap. I think it was like $100. But yeah, super cool. Nothing cracked on here. And here's our little comparison compared to our old and new guy there. Yeah, our old guy was a little chewed up, beat up on there. But anyways, yeah, here's our new one. Yeah, it was also ripped up on top as well. And the only thing I can tell that is different between this one and that one is on the back. See, it doesn't have like baffling there or anything. This one over here has like a silver plate on it that's put on. I don't know if that's aftermarket or what. Can't find anything really about it. But yeah, it looks like maybe it was an afterthought in life, or maybe this is from a newer one. I'm not too sure. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna just put this on how it is, because if I want to run those, I'm gonna have to like tap these holes and then put that weird thing on there. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. If you know more about it, let me know down in the comments below. Okay, so this is days later. As you can see, I moved all this stuff over to the side over here because my truck decided to throw a wheel bearing and then weld itself to the knuckle, and I had to put a new lift kit on it. And then when I was doing that, I was like, oh my lower ball joint's hella goner, and yeah, I had to wait for that. So anyways, yeah, that sucked. But you want to know what else sucked? Is this stupid thing. So BMW decided to use freaking 5-point star security bit that's like not one that I have. Now, you know what I did? I went on Amazon, ordered this guy. Oh, well, you know what? They don't even have the right size. So, ugh. And I can't find the right size anywhere online. Once I find the right size, I'm gonna head down to Virginia in like 2 days, and I will take this off. I just wanted to take it off before I put it back in the bike, but sadly I have to work down in Virginia, and right now I'm in Pennsylvania. But anyways, I'm gonna see if I have a Torx bit at the house and see if this will work. But like I said, the main reason why I didn't put this back in is because this whines like really loud if you don't have it all plugged up in and everything, and it might squirt fluids everywhere because you basically took out everything that goes to it. But anyways, sadly I gotta chuck this back into the bike, so let's just get to it. Not gonna plug these guys in, but just this guy right here. Now that we got that ABS in there, tank on here, we're gonna use this Castrol Edge 5W40 on the forums. This seems to be what everybody likes. I'll let you guys, give you guys an update if anything goes wrong with it. Also, we'll be putting 3.5 liters in this and then start it up, and then we will go and see how much oil was moved around in the engine, and then we'll use this little gauge here and make sure it's up to full. Alright, now that we filled her up with 3.5 liters of oil, it was like right almost at the brim of this. It's a little overfilled, but when we start it, hopefully some of that oil moves around. And then we'll let it run for like, I don't know, like 2 minutes, a minute and a half, I don't know. And then we'll see if any of the oil moves around a little bit more. Maybe we'll top off what's left. Oh, frick me. Okay, I think I gotta run this thing out of freaking fluid, Scott. Alright, now let's start this thing. Look how low that boy is. Hella low. So I told you I needed to fill this sucker up. Okay, so big jump in the video. Here's Gabriel. We stopped here because we're gonna do a bike weekend thing. Anyways, drill out these little bong holes, and then yeah, we're gonna tap it right out. Like look at all the little screws ripped out of there. But yeah, cool beans. Sorry guys, I didn't get to show you the unplugging and putting this back into the bike. All you have to do is unplug that little wire there and then plug it into the harness of the bike, and then it should work. All you have to do is waterproof it, and I will show you guys how to do that a little bit later. Now I'm going to show you guys how to take off those two little warning lights. All you have to do is disconnect the plug right here, and then you'll be able to pop off the whole entire gauge cluster, and then you're going to want to pry off the cover for where the lights are, and then you're gonna have to stick a little piece of tape and draw over it with a Sharpie marker. At least that's what I did. And if you want to, you could probably take out the little LED bulbs in there, and then you throw that sucker right back in here. And now look at it, she looks stock as could be. You turn this sucker on, sorry, and yeah, no flashing lights anymore. Just got your neutral light here, and at nighttime you can't even see it either. So yeah, 2 pieces of tape, Sharpie marker, throw this sucker back on here with the screws, and yeah, she's on there for Gucci, and no flashing lights. And it also doesn't say anything down here about it either. Mine says lamps because I need lamps. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I did down here. I'm not gonna really show you, but I'll tell you about it. But the little module that goes down here, I try to make it waterproof. It's just the part that you plug in. You just have to take it all unscrew it and everything, kind of how we showed you earlier before. But yeah, try to make it waterproof so you guys don't have to do what I did, make this waterproof as much as you want. I think this is pretty waterproof how I did it, but I know there's gonna be someone complaining, but I know someone's gonna be out there complaining about how I did it. But what I did was a silicone plastic bag, Gorilla tape, and yeah, it seemed pretty waterproof to me, and she's Gucci. Anyways, after you do that, put it all back together, and this gauge should work. I'll go show you guys in a POV of me driving this thing and checking out and seeing if the front brakes work, but they seem pretty worky. But anyways, yeah, I went out and tested it out, and the speedo does work and the brakes work nice. But anyways, let's hop into that. And sorry guys that you have to watch this video with me doing a voiceover. It would sound really cool if I could talk to you guys while I'm in the helmet with my first ever review of what's going on here, but the brakes work out pretty good. I'll give you guys a little gist here. And I'm also using a new GoPro Hero 11. If you like these little POV rides, let me know and I'll get the microphone all fixed up for you so you guys can see what's going on. And also, if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And let me know if you made it this far in the video down in the comments below as well. And after driving this bike back home a little earlier, the front suspension is completely clapped out, and whenever you hit a little bump, the handlebars start slapping the tank and flying all over the place. But anyways, after driving this bike for 1 minute, I kind of got a little bit of confidence, so I'll let you guys hear this. Alrighty guys, well the bike made it home safely as you can see, and sorry about not having any audio. That really sucks. I'm gonna go buy the little dongle for the GoPro so then we can get really good audio out of this thing, and I would like to do more POV rides. And let me know what you guys thought of it, and yeah, brakes work. Let me know what you want to see more done with this bike. I'm obviously going to be completely tearing this thing down and reviving it. I just want to make sure those brakes work before I completely rip it apart and everything, and test out the bike. It works good. And we're also going to see how fast we can go on this thing, so make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, and we will see what the top speed of this is. Make sure you hit that bell notification as well so you get updated when we post a new video. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.